Well, first and foremost, you're 9 minutes late.
Oh,
So
sorry for that. Yeah,
there's some things honestly in life that first we need to try to sort out, which is timing, because people's timing is very, very important. Now, this is not just because of what I'm just telling you. This is just generally speaking. If you don't turn up on time to a meeting that you have with a potential client, they could just cancel you straight away. Do you understand?
yes,
Because I tell you why, they will think already I'm not getting a good vibe in terms of professionalism from this guy. So why would I want to work with him? Do you understand?
yes.
Whereabouts are you from? Which country?
Croatia.
Croatia. Nice, nice. And how did you come across my content?
I I I found you on TikTok. I'm not very often on TikTok, but
Okay.
when I am, I'm just there for motivation and and something to learn about. I'm not
Excellent.
there for fun. Yeah,
Perfect.
I'm not into it anymore.
Yeah, if you use social media properly, you can come across good people, you know. So I'm glad that we are both in touch now. So tell me, what can I do to potentially help or guide you? What do you need from me?
Yes, I would love to find. I see you are on TikTok and you have. I watched all of your videos, I
Thank
think
you.
so, and I see that you have some knowledge about all that online work,
Yep.
and I would love to find some job that would make me some income while I'm on faculty, so I can get some to have my own money, and
I tell you, for example, um, if you want to redesign people's websites, for example, is that something that you might be interested in or not really?
yes, I was looking about it. I looked about everything. Believe me, I was reading about drop shipping, service shipping. I even
Amazon
started my
FBA,
Shopify. Yes, yes,
affiliated
everything.
marketing,
Believe me, I
everything.
with my friend when I was third grade, before 2 years ago, I started my own
Nice. How old are you, by the way?
Shopify. I just turned 19.
Amazing, amazing. I love your
Yes,
ambition.
thank you.
Your mind, your mindset is definitely in the right place. I think what I can do
Thank you.
is help you out. I believe that you could potentially work from home. I believe you can work a little bit smarter by working online. Potentially, if I introduce you to do websites for people, you don't have to know any coding whatsoever. There are
Mm-hmm.
many, many freelancers that I can get you in touch with. And also, there are many AI websites that can pretty much do whatever you ask it. But to be
Mm-hmm.
honest with you, it will be much easier because the way I do it is I outsource the work to people that I know using like Fiverr.com, Upwork, etc. They will
Mm-hmm.
handle all of the hard work for you. All you've got to do is do the cold calls, do the client outreach, contact
Mm-hmm.
businesses via at home. So
Mm-hmm.
do cold calling. And then once you get that deal, we can then discuss with you the steps of how to proceed. So the first thing is when you call a small business, you say to them, look, I've had a look at your website. I believe I can make a massive improvement or redesign the whole thing for you. For example,
Mm-hmm.
800 euros, 900 euros, something around that mark for just to start off with. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course.
Out of that 900, they will say, okay, so what can you do for me? Then you say, okay, well, how about I schedule a 15-minute call with you and I can show you
Mm-hmm.
different designs that we've done at the moment and just to show you what I think I can do for you. Then after that, you can then even upscale the sell by doing marketing for them, which again, I can help you. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
And that's when
Yeah,
money.
yeah,
That's
fully,
when the
fully.
money. That's when the money starts rolling in. It's not difficult whatsoever. I've been doing it for a long, long time, and it's super duper easy. The only thing you need to do is learn the art of communication and sales.
Yes, yes. That's
If
why I'm reading books about it a
yeah.
lot. Yeah,
So
yeah.
the thing is, I can guide you to a certain amount. You know. So the whole point of this call
Mm-hmm.
is a free call I'm not charging you
Yes.
anything. I just want to say to you what you can potentially do, and
Yes.
I believe you can do what I've said. Then it's
Mm-hmm.
up to you what you decide to do after that. So for example, if I will send you an email later on and give you a little breakdown of what you should do. Then after that, I want you to go and explore by yourself how to do cold calling and stuff like that. Now, when you get stuck, because you will get stuck, I want you to then maybe reach out to me, and then I may be able to help you as a mentor. So I will be your mentor, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, I understand
So
you.
I will show you all the ropes, where you're going wrong, what you need to improve on. We'll do practice runs on cold calling. You need to convince me I am the customer. You know, you're the guy who's selling the service. And we will go through many, many hours of practice until you get it right. And then it's super easy to get them in. And there's loads of techniques of not losing the customer, because sometimes they're interested, right? And then you say, okay, I'll send you an email, for example. And then that's it. That deal is gone because they're not interested anymore. You have to capitalize them at that moment, if that makes sense.
Yes, yes, yes. I saw your video with when you are calling barbershop.
Yeah. And you
Yeah,
know, if you and
exactly.
you got to be a bit
That was very smart.
yeah, you got to be a little bit aggressive, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Not, you know,
Yes,
don't
yes.
waste too much time on the phone, because remember, you're gonna be calling a lot of people, you know,
Yeah,
throughout the
you gotta
day.
be straightforward.
You
Yes,
gotta
yes.
be, you gotta get to the point in a nice professional way. You gotta convince them in that short period of 20 seconds. It's called like the elevator pitch. I don't know if you've heard of it before.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you've got
Mm-hmm.
20 seconds to sell me your idea. And if I
Yes,
like to
that's a
hear,
masterpiece. Yes.
yeah, if I like what I'm hearing, then fine. Let's schedule a 15-minute Zoom call. I will go through all the price plan with you and everything. And then guess what? The customer says, you know what? Perfect. Let's give it a go. Then you can, after you're doing the website for them, and say, hey, who's doing your marketing at the moment? Oh, no one's really doing our marketing. Well, guess what? I have a very good friend of mine. He's my business partner who owns another company. He does social
Mm-hmm.
media marketing agency. I can get you in touch with him, and maybe you guys can sort something out. And guess what? You can now get a commission from that sale, or you can try to do it yourself. But I wouldn't recommend that you doing it straight away, because obviously if you're focusing primarily on one thing, it's good to just focus on one thing rather than two, three, four
Yes,
things.
yes. I understand.
So yeah, that's where I can advise you. That's what I believe is very useful for you to do, especially in your country. I believe there is a market for it,
Mm-hmm.
and I believe there's always room for improvement. So I will show you ways of how to get the customer. So if you looked at one of my videos, the barbershop,
Mm-hmm.
I was just looking for barbershops that had very low reviews, if that makes sense. And then I
Mm-hmm.
said, okay, well,
Okay.
why have they got low reviews? Maybe like 20, 30 reviews. Okay, let me go into it a bit more. Ah, now I understand why. Their website is absolutely crap. Their Instagram is crap.
Yes, yes, correct.
Everything is just, they don't know what they're doing, you know, which is fine. But
Mm-hmm.
that's when you come
Mm-hmm.
along, and then you sell them the idea, and you pitch the idea
Okay.
to them, and then they'll be like, oh my god, yeah, this is fantastic, you know, let's give it a go. And then as soon as you start getting that three, four, five clients, that's it. Then you can start looking to scale the business a little bit more in terms of pricing, in terms of how many more websites you want to do. Now we're going to go into the 1,500 euro mark, 2,000 euro mark. And if we start talking about e-commerce, like restaurants, for example, or people that have a product
Mm-hmm.
that they want to sell online, that's when we're looking around about 5,000, 4,000 euros, man. And I tell you what, these guys that I use will charge you a fraction of that amount, you know? So you, it's very profitable, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing you know, you could be clearing minimum 3, 4,000 euros a month. It's
Yeah,
doable.
that's
Believe me,
excellent.
bro.
Especially as a student,
But
that's
you got,
excellent.
you forget even a student. I mean, we're talking about even
Yeah,
a
yeah,
grown
yeah,
adult that has a normal job.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like
That's right.
you're working from home. You're not doing any real hard work apart from outreach and securing
Yes,
deals. That's it. And next thing
that's
you know, you're
excellent.
like, shit, man, I can work anywhere around the world now. You know, my business is
Mm-hmm.
turning over 10,000 euros a month. Oh my God, I can go to like the Philippines and stay there for 3, 4 months. It doesn't matter. I don't.
Yes, travel.
You
Yes.
yeah, you don't need to. You don't need
That's
to be in
it.
Croatia anymore. You could be anywhere in the world and work
Mm,
from anywhere. This is the beauty behind online. So let's. I will send you an email
mhm.
outlining what we've sort of discussed, and
Okay.
I've also recorded this. This session. So
Okay.
we can. I will upload it, and then you can refer back to this for reference as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, you're welcome. And secondly, have you got any questions, any concerns, any questions
Yes.
that you have?
Yes.
Go ahead, man. I'm
Yes.
listening.
I have a question about. I know about. I heard. I was on Fiverr and Upwork and Etsy. I heard about all that. But how can I know which one is the best? I mean, for the
Good question.
price and everything. Because I know that there is a lot of people that work just there, that are just there because they tried something and they just gave up on it. And I don't want to mess it up. If you understand
I
me, with
understand.
the wrong client. Yes.
So,
With the,
the thing is, you can, like I said to you, there is many ways where I iron out which is a good programmer and what's not. Based on my experience, I asked them a bunch of questions, and from that, I can understand how equipped they are. Because you're right. When I started off, I lost a lot of money because a lot of people claimed that they knew how to do this, they knew how to do that.
mm-hmm.
But the beauty
Yes.
behind Fiverr and Upwork, for example, and by the way, I'm not sponsored by them,
Mm-hmm.
is that the money goes into an account where you can't touch and they can't touch until the milestones are met. Do you
You
understand?
see, I didn't know about it.
Yeah,
You see, I didn't know
that's
about
fine.
it.
That's fine. That's why I'm here.
That's very.
So
Yeah, yeah.
you set milestones, which you have to again be very careful of, and they have to be very,
Mm-hmm.
very, very on point.
Mm-hmm.
And they need to reach that whatever you've agreed to them. So if you've agreed a 3 week project with them, they have to complete everything within 3 weeks. And if they don't, then
Mm-hmm.
you can ask for the money back and look for somebody else, for example. But all you're doing, remember, you're acting as an agency. You are the middleman. So
Yes,
you need
yes.
to communicate with your client, and then you need to also communicate with the programmers, the developers. And this is all you're doing. Your
Yes.
job is to find customers and manage. And eventually, when you scale your business to a certain amount, you can let the management. You can hire somebody, for example, to do the management side of
Mm-hmm.
the the client, to the developer. But remember,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
never,
I understand. I understand.
yeah. So at the moment we start small, and then we'll start scaling as time goes on. So yeah, what's your next question?
I think that's all. I
Cool.
understood you all. Yes, and you did it all perfectly. You said all perfectly. Well, yeah, and yeah. Thank you for that. That was, yeah, really smart.
Thank you, Patrick. The question I have for you, Patrick, before we leave is obviously you signing up to courses and stuff like that costs money, correct?
Sorry, sorry.
So you want to invest in yourself, right or wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want to learn new skills, etc.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that costs
yeah.
obviously that costs money. That costs money and time. So
Yes,
you can either
yes.
learn. The thing is, you can either learn this by yourself and take
Mm-hmm.
a long, long, long time learning the ropes, which is fine. This is what I did when I first started. Or you can pay someone, for example, like myself, to mentor you, and that then you start knowing the shortcuts. You don't have to waste, a lot of time. I'm talking about months and years of time learning. How do I do this? How it's a shortcut basically. So you need to ask that question to yourself. Are you willing to invest in yourself?
Thinking important. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, but look, I'll send you over some details, and we'll talk. We'll talk. I'll send you over my telephone number as well, and we can talk on
Okay.
WhatsApp, so we don't have to contact each other on email because I hate emails. Um,
Mm-hmm.
So
Very
I'll send you my number, and we'll talk on WhatsApp, and then we'll keep in touch and we'll keep in base. Yeah.
okay. Okay, sure. Okay, you can send me the files and everything, and the recording. I will. Now I need to drive. I need to
No
go
worries.
somewhere, but later in the evening I will read it all once again. So yeah,
Excellent,
thank
excellent.
you.
And
And also,
Patrick, just before you go, I want to just remind you again. The way you're thinking is fantastic. You are going to be successful. Just believe in yourself, and things will come into place. If you're dedicated, consistent, and disciplined, you will reach your goals. You will reach your goals. There's going to be days. There is going to be days where things Patrick, don't just
okay.
go
Okay.
before you right, go, but it
Okay.
doesn't
Okay.
want to just
Okay.
matter.
Okay.
Remind you again.
Okay.
You got to continue
The way you're
pushing
thinking
forward
is
is remember,
fantastic.
it's always
You
taking
are
that
going to be
one step
successful.
each day,
Just
bro.
believe in
Do you know what I
yourself,
mean? So
and things
as
will
long as you
come
take that
into
step, bro, as
place.
long as you take that
If
step,
you're
take that first
dedicated
step every single day,
consistent,
take
and
one step
disciplined,
after another,
you will
you
reach your
will
goals.
get to
You
your
will reach your
destination.
goals. There is going to be days where things don't go right, but it doesn't matter. You gotta continue pushing
Of course,
forward.
man. 100%,
Remember, it's
man. Of
always
course,
taking that one
your
step
hard work
each
will
day,
not
bro.
be
Do you know what I
forgotten.
mean?
So remember that.
As long
And
as you take
look,
that
I
step,
didn't
bro,
get
as
to
long
where
as
I
you take
am
that step,
today by me
take that
just
first step every
doing a
single
few
day,
hours
take one
here
step
and there
after
and just
another.
hoping something
You
will fall
will
into my
get
place.
to your
I
destination.
worked my ass off to get where I am today. And now I have so much experience, I can now give that back to people and say, right, here is the shortcut of saving 10 years. Do you know what I mean? So,
Yes,
so
exactly.
on that note, have a lovely evening, Patrick. Lovely speaking to you, and I'll send you some information over the email. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you. We'll be in touch.
No worries, man. Take care, bro. See you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Ah, what a nice guy. What a nice guy. Patrick from Croatia. Super nice guy. Super hungry. I can hear it in his voice. And he's in a position where he's a student at night, and he needs to earn a certain amount of income each month, and he's willing to do anything it takes to get to that stage. So if you're interested in a mentorship program, let me know. I'm happy to help anyone, and I won't charge a penny for. Look, that was meant to be a 15-minute call. It was half an hour. So, give me a shout. I am here to help. I have years and years experience, raw business experience. I am super successful. This is why I have enough time now to just to do content creation and just to grow my followings. And most importantly, I want to see more people successful. On that note, thank you so much for spending the time, hearing me out. Until next time, peace out.